Hey bookworms, we're going to do our wolf today. I hope you all are still enjoying the book. I'm still pushing through it. This has actually, I think, been my least favorite, which I'm a little sad about because I thought I was going to really love it. It's just, I feel like it's hard to follow, but you know what? That is what happens with classics a little bit. So I knew going in, hopefully you all did, that classics are a little bit tough sometimes. But I'm still like enjoying the overall story. It's just hard. The descriptive words he uses, I feel like, are a little hard for me. So anyway, all right. So what we've got going, we've got our wolf here. I've already traced it on. I used my carbon paper. You can definitely do the pencil technique that I showed you on one of the tip videos earlier. But feel free to whatever you like best. So I'm going to tell you, we've got the metallic black. So I've used a lot of metallics this time. I wanted to try it out. I've got our silver, I've got metallic blue, I've got regular black and regular white, and then we'll see from there, okay? So I know I'm gonna start with my metallic black, and my metallics are always a little more sheer. Now from using my flat brush, and I'm going to, this is acrylic, I did say that, I think. Just sort of go around some of these lines that I already have on here, because that's always how I like to start off. So that is up to you how you do that. Okay. So it's a really pretty dark gray, basically. The metallic black I have here. Feel free to use just like a dark gray if you don't have metallics. I'm already liking how this is looking though. I feel like this is going to layer really cool. The metallic is definitely pretty. All right. I'm going to grab some of my silver and go right in there and layer those colors together. A few years, was it 2-3 years ago, my husband and I were driving, and my kids, we were driving home from vacation from the Gulf in Florida. And we were in Kentucky, so we're in Ohio, right? So we were more than halfway home. And we were driving through this area where there was like, where they had cut through, like, I guess like hills or mountains or something, if you want to call it that. And so the highway was like cut out. And so on either side of the highway was like these really steep, basically like little mini cliffs. And it was probably like 3 in the afternoon. And I looked up and there was the most beautiful wolf. It was like the wildest thing. I've never seen a live wolf out in the wild. And he was overlooking the highway. Now, mind you, I know what coyotes look like. I've grown up in the country my whole life. We have tons of coyotes out where I live. And this was definitely not a coyote. Nor a fox, nor a dog. It was definitely a wolf. It was exactly what you would expect it to look like. It was dark, though. So I looked it up right after because I just couldn't believe. And in the middle of the day, no less. It was so strange. I looked up the different... Because this one was a mostly black. It definitely had white on him. But it wasn't like the big gray wolves that you see in the movies all the time from up north. This guy was mostly black. And then had a white chest. But I mean, way bigger than a normal dog. Definitely not a coyote. Definitely looked like it looked like this guy, except actually darker. He was darker. But it was really cool. My husband saw him too, so I wasn't crazy. I did see it. He was very pretty. I don't know what he was doing out in the middle of the day, but broad daylight like that. It was beautiful, sunny day too. So. Anyway, it was a good time. It was neat to see it. I've never seen a wolf out. So what I was going to say, I looked him up because I didn't know Kentucky had wolves. I knew up north, Michigan and stuff, New York starts to get wolves and stuff. But in this, Kentucky, I mean, they're just right below Ohio, right? And I'm in South Ohio, so I've never seen wolves around here. So I was not expecting. But anyway, apparently that's a big thing that they've been moving into the area. And I looked up like the coloration because I thought it was strange that how dark it was. It like wasn't like what you expect. And yeah, he looked like just the pictures that had been spotted in that area. So it was interesting. Okay, so I put silver all over his face there, and now I'm just going back in with some of this black, gray, the metallic black again. And just adding some shading into his ears there. And then you can see I'm using my brush and going up and down just to get like that fur texture. But I'm like really liking the way he's looking. I'm gonna add some more of this lighter silver down here. Oh, he's so cool looking. All right, and then I'm gonna add some of the silver around his face here, or around his eyes rather. This is the silver right in his ears on the inside there. I'm probably gonna, I think I want to darken this up in here though. This is still this metallic black that I'm using. And I'm just making around his eyes look a little fluffier. All right, it's looking pretty cool. All right, and I'm gonna grab my smaller round brush here, a little water on it. My doggy's gonna bark. All right, Huckleberry. All right, so there's his nose. I'm just darkening, I'm using the regular black for that. I'm gonna just grab a little bit of white and blend some of that into the top there. A little more white right across the top. There we go. I'm gonna grab some more black, and then it's actually hard to see my painting with the metallic now that it's dried. It's like shiny and I can't, the way the light's hitting it. And I picked up some of that silver. To use it as a blender for my black there, so it's not quite so stark. There we go. Okay, so what else do I want to do here? I definitely need to get his eyes in there. This is the metallic black. I'm just putting some eyelids on there with that. And then I suppose I need like a dark brown. Going in with some of the black. I feel like he definitely needs more definition in the inside of his ear here. got lots of water in there. I'm gonna let that sort of do the watercolor thing where it moves around. Let's see how that goes. Okay, I'll go back and put some highlight in here in a minute. I'm gonna grab a little bit of brown to use for his eyes. I don't have any brown on my palette here. Okay, I'm gonna grab some brown here. And then I'm going to grab a dot of black and do his pupil. I'm going to let those dry for a minute. I'm going to grab my flat brush again. Make sure the water's not on there too much. And then I'm going to grab some white and I'm going to put some hairs up through his ear here. Ooh, yeah, that looks a lot better. I like that. Okay. And then I'm going to add some highlight to his hair now with the white. Whoops. Black is still dark there. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna give him a black background. Let me grab a piece of paper to protect my paper in the back there. Maybe. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna put this under. And then I want to give him a black background here. I might do some stars, I don't know. All right, so I hold my brush straight up and down, and then between his hairs, so that way I don't lose all the texture there. Just do that, and then I can go back. See how it keeps the texture of the hair right around there. So you just have to be mindful of the direction the hair is going when you're doing that. I have some really exciting things that I'm getting ready to send in this next subscription. So that comes out in June. You guys will be see the order come through in like June 1st, I think is June 1st and June 2nd, depending on what phase y'all ordered in. And then my ship date is by the 15th of that month. So I try to get them out earlier for sure. But a lot of it just depends on So I have to, you know, my ordering and of course the mail and stuff. So it should go pretty smoothly, but I'm excited each time. I hope you guys notice that each time I send these out, I hope that you realize that I'm like trying to make these more exclusive and more like customized to the subscription themselves. So I just really enjoy that part of it, and I hope you guys do too. And thank you for your feedback. Oh, I should have taped up there. Oh well. With the printable canvas, so those will come through. They won't be on a frame stretched like the ones are, because the cost then goes into the printing. But I think I feel like I really enjoyed the bookmark. I'm having trouble thinking as I'm painting. And I think you guys seem to really enjoy that too. So I thought it'd be a really fun way to make this a more relaxing experience, regardless of your skill set, right? So if it's already traced, I don't know, I think it'll be more enjoyable. So that's not to say that I think a lot of our technique we can still work on, if that's more what you're interested in, like through the Weekly Whimsies, and then it's not as intimidating of a project because they're smaller and it's not a big deal. And then you don't have to figure out what to do with these little, you know, these are mini paintings. If you don't like it, just rip it out and get rid of it, right? Do another one. But I think the canvases are definitely a little more intimidating, and I think by printing a pre-made canvas, I think it'll be more fun and more relaxing and not as intimidating for everyone. So, but I really enjoy just the actual painting itself and not necessarily trying to create some masterpiece, right? So look how cool he looks. I like him. All right. Hopefully you guys feel the same. I think you do. Most of you that has responded seem to like the idea, so I'm excited to do that. And I love getting feedback from you guys, so please, anytime you have any, send me a message or comment, whatever is easiest for you. I love hearing feedback. A lot of you have given me feedback, and I greatly appreciate that. So just on everything. I'm trying to make something really fun for an online community. So, and I'm really, really enjoying doing this. And like I said, I appreciate everything that you guys have all given me. All right. All right. And he needs a highlight in his eyes. So I'm going to use my dot tool for that. Ooh, yeah, he looks cool. I'm going to give him some highlight to his nose too. I love him. Let me use my pen. My ink pen here. Just to highlight his eyes a little more. A little more intensity there. Ooh, yeah, he looks cool. All right. How fun. I like the wolf a lot. Okay, let me pull him up, see we can see him. Let's see if I keep him in the video nice. I love him. He looks awesome. All right. I'm excited to see your guys's. I loved the berries. You guys did. That was fun. I don't think we've done fruit or anything like that yet, so that was really pretty. All right. I'm excited to see your guys' wolves. I'll see y'all soon. Bye.